Hey Nimdag and welcome back. This is Ash from Heal My PC. Apologize for the bad background. It's my stuff which I'm in the process of restructuring, and I'm still a carer for the person who did the surgery, so I don't have a lot of time right now. So we're gonna do this very rough, okay? What I've got for you today is this laptop, which, if you remember, it had the Windows 10 and it crashed after an update. So I did restore it, and you can watch that video there or here. But it crashed 3 times with the same update from Windows 10, and it's a bit sick. So this belongs to my cousin, and she's not willing to go through the hassle of always resetting this PC, and don't blame her. And that echoes a lot of people's frustration with Windows 10. Personally, I have Windows 10 on 3 of my computers right now, and they are giving me some issues. So I will probably revert back to Windows 7. The problem is, now it's been over 30 days when we upgraded to Windows 10. And like you know, Microsoft does give you 30 days to be able to roll back within the upgrade. So what can we do? Now, directly, there's nothing you can do to revert back or roll back. You'll have to do a clean install if you want a different system at this point in time. Nothing that I know about anyway. But being the tech savvy guy that I am, I had saved a system image of Windows 7 on a different external hard disk, and using a Windows 7 installation disk, I was able to reinstall the Windows 7 without going through the whole installation process from scratch. And I did a video on how to create a system image on Windows 10, link here or here. And I will probably try to do one for Windows 7. It's really easy, and you can find a lot of YouTube videos for that. Now, for today, what I'm going to do is do a kind of a short review on this laptop. Now, I'm not going to go through the normal laptop review that other people do, because I believe a laptop is a laptop. Now, we did get this from Pcspecialist.co.uk. It's not a looker. It's quite plain. There's no logo for the front bit. It has a brushed plastic aluminium feel to it. What I'm interested for today is the back, and if you go to the back, you'll see there are 2 covers. There's one here, and this one was here somewhere, and they're just held by some screws, and you can get a small screwdriver to pop them off very easily. Now this has a 240 gigabyte SSD drive, and what I like about these type of laptops is that I can have access to all the parts which would require quick upgrades or easy upgrade. Now the hard disk, if you want to change that, you've got here the fan for the CPU and the cooler, which looks like it can be easily removed for cleaning. You've got the processor here, and we've got an i3 here. I think it's a dual core i3 400M, 2.4 gigahertz. Nothing great, but it will do fine just for uni purpose. We've got one stick of 4 gigabyte DDR3 RAM, and there's a second slot if you wanted to upgrade. The Wi-Fi card. So I like these kind of designs because for me it means I can access and assess any problem. I'm trying to think. The battery also can be easily changed if needs be. So, and all in all, I'd be happy to get a laptop similar to this. And this is one of the things which I would recommend you to do if ever you are in the market for a laptop, is to find out how easy is it to diagnose and repair. Now, for the main screen, this is a normal 1366 by 768 LED HD panel, not full 1080p IPS unfortunately, but it's not really a big problem. And the hinges feel okay, I guess. Standard keyboard, feels nice to the touch. It's quite comfortable to type on. The only slight, I would say, annoyance would be that when you place your arm to type, the edge feels a little bit rough. Not so rough that it's going to hurt you, but it's not as smooth as could have been. But apart from that, I'm quite happy to recommend you to get a laptop configured this way. In that way, you make sure you're paying only for what you need. By the way, we did not get this with an OS because we had a Windows 7, but you have choices. And if you wanted to get something like this, you can configure it, and you have to add an OS cost, which is about £80, I think, on top of this. So this cost us £370. Now, I know you could possibly get less expensive laptops, like really budget ones, but I'm not happy to recommend you buy cheap-end laptops. You know how I feel about laptops in the first place. What else can I say about this laptop? It has a VGA port and a HDMI port for another screen, 2 USB 3.0, an Ethernet port, the power input. On the other side, we've got also a DVD rewritable, a third USB 2.0, and the speaker input jack for the microphone and the headphone. Sorry, not the speaker. Speaker and microphone and headphone. It's got a card reader, standard stuff, right? Not a bad purchase. That's it for today. So I hope you guys can take a look at Pcspecialist.co.uk. This video is not being sponsored by them, nor am I getting any money of any sort or any gifts. I think they do offer like a USB 16 gig for anyone who does a review and post it up on their website, so I probably will do this. Regardless, you can check them out. The only one downside is that they are not currently catering for any AMD components. I had a quick word with them. It's just a business strategy right now, but they do reviews quite often, so at this point in time they're only doing Intel based stuff. And so that was it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. This was Ash from Heal My PC. If you got any questions, let me know down below, and I am going to be working on producing more videos when my relative gets better. Will be a lot more free. So until next time, peace out.